When we think of mental toughness, we usually picture this impenetrable brick wall. Like,
Yeah.
nothing gets in, nothing shakes it.
Right, right.
But when you look at the reality of surviving real, crushing trauma, you realize that wall isn't made of bricks at all. It's actually built out of very messy, very deliberate daily habits.
Yeah, and a perfect example of that is Amy Morin. I mean, by the time she was 23, she lost her mother to a sudden brain aneurysm.
Oh, wow. Just out of nowhere.
Completely. And then just 3 years later, her 26-year-old husband died of a massive heart attack. It is just an unimaginable amount of grief for one person.
It really is. And to keep from slipping into this completely dark mental place, she leaned on her clinical background as a therapist.
Exactly. She identified 13 destructive habits that were keeping her own patients from recovering from tragedy. And that became the foundation of her book, 13 Things Mentally Strong People Don't Do.
Okay, let's unpack this. Because what's incredible here is that by tackling just 3 of these core habits, you organically prevent all 13.
Yeah, so the first major hurdle we should look at is the entitlement trap. I mean, mentally strong people do not feel the world owes them anything.
Which is tough, right? Because when tragedy strikes, or even if you just lose a job, it's so easy to think, well, I'm a good person, I don't deserve this hardship.
Oh, absolutely. But thinking that way only breeds frustration and bitterness.
So it's like treating the universe like a cosmic vending machine. You put in good deeds and then get doubly resentful when a reward doesn't drop out.
That is a great way to put it, and that resentment completely strips you of your agency. Morin's solution to break this cycle is to actually shift your focus to helping others.
Well, like volunteering or something?
Yeah, or even just finding ways to actively assist your coworkers. When you do that, your brain literally has to stop calculating its own grievances.
It shorts out the self-pity because you're forcing your attention outward.
Precisely. You stop keeping score.
And that entitlement, that expectation that the universe should act fairly, is really just a symptom of a deeper issue, which is failing to accept reality as it actually is.
Right. We desperately want to control what happens to us.
Exactly. And there's this striking story in the source material about a woman named Heather Vaughn. She survived a grueling year of cancer treatments, but then became completely paralyzed by the fear of the disease returning.
Because she couldn't control it.
Right. So she wrote all her fears on a plate, took it outside, smashed it, and threw the pieces into a fire.
What's fascinating here is the physical manifestation of letting go. Morin actually suggests a practical exercise to replicate this.
Do tell.
So you draw a horizontal line right across the middle of a piece of paper. On the top half, you write what you cannot control. The past, the economy, other people's actions.
Makes sense. And the bottom half.
On the bottom half, you write what you can control.